Don't get up, crawl. I'm gonna send the dogs. Get on the ground.
In policing, one thing's for sure. During your shift, you may encounter a person who is hitting their rock bottom. And rock bottoms are always a mixed bag. Sometimes it entails a vehicle pursuit. Sometimes the person is going to confront you violently. And if they try to face off against a canine, the ending is never good. And sometimes the ride down to jail becomes an interesting revelation of why that rock bottom occurred. This is one of those. If the police pull behind you like that, very matter-of-factly across all those lanes of traffic, you can be sure that they're likely going to pull you over.
Haverhill, take a 1050, just fled. Kilo Echo 3, I can't see the last characters, 23. It's a silver Nissan heading westbound on Belvedere past Haverhill. 54 on following, 54 on charges other than traffic.
This was a combination of technology meeting maturity. The vehicle takes off, the officer continues after the vehicle and immediately shuts down because he feels that I don't have enough to feel like this pursuit needs to go on. Every cop wants to chase a person down, but this officer made the conscious choice to say, you know what? I got enough information, my investigative skills, I can go after this person later, and shut down. In Vegas, we had a very strict pursuit policy. So I would be in whatever location and I would hear one of my officers call out a vehicle's not stopping. Ultimately, you're gonna say, are you in pursuit? The officer would say, I'm not in pursuit, but you would hear when they key the mic, them gunning and the engine revving because they want to catch the person, but they also want to be inside of policy. And as a sergeant, you got to decide whether to let it go. I'm looking at the date on this and it's Valentine's Day. Do you want the headlines to be that pursuit, a suspect crushes a couple as they're out to go buy their Valentine's Day gifts? There's so many things that one has to think about, and the officer made the choice they had to make. Technology, he says, I can get the guy later. And it looks like in this video, they encounter the suspect later in the evening. So this is one of those situations where it looks like it worked out.
Hey, wait. I got the dog. Wait, I got the dog. Hold on. I got the dog. Hey, listen to me. If you take off, I'm gonna send the dog and you get bit. Hey, get out the car. Hey, get the out the car. Hey, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Hey, get up. Have him crawl over here. Hey, man, crawl to me. Crawl to me. Hey, I got commands. Driver, crawl to me.
You heard a whole bunch of people yelling. You got the dog barking. You got all these lights. It's very disorienting for officers and for the suspect, especially because the lights are shining at the suspect. One officer say, I got commands. Very good call. One voice giving the commands. But remember, K9's there, and K9's going to have some specific things that K9 is going to say, and the officers on the scene have to pay attention to that. But here's the other thing. The officer's saying, crawl to me. The challenge becomes, where is me? Because the suspect may not necessarily see exactly where you are. I'm not suggesting that that's exactly what's happening here, but a practice that I've seen work effectively in the past that I've used many times is crawl to the sound of my voice. That direction, yes. So they hear the voice and they can come to the sound of the voice, because when you say me, who is me?
He's over there.
Rudy, just take back there and work it off that side. We can't touch it.
Want to back up, Rudy? Let's go. The phone's on the ground.
He's over there. We don't have him. Watch out.
I got
Hey, I got command. Crawl to me. Hey, listen to me, man. Crawl to me. Don't get up, crawl. Don't get up, crawl. Hey, I'm gonna send the dog. Hey, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stop it. Stop fighting my dog. Hey, back up. Get away from the dog. Get away from the dog. Stop resisting. Watch out! Let him work.
Stop resisting.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for
Stop
this.
resisting, man. Stop resisting. Put your hands behind your back. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Hey, back up, back up. Back up, son.
Give him space.
Watch out. I didn't ask for this, bro.
Stop resisting.
I'm not.
That's clear. Stand up.
These are very, very interesting cases when you see a person taken into custody and there's a deployment of canine. In this situation, you had multi-jurisdictions, so you have to take that into consideration because communication is key. And this is a suspect who ignored the commands of the officers, and the canine handler released his dog on the suspect. Almost simultaneously, there was a taser deployment into the suspect, and the suspect was still fighting. At one point, when the dog is initially released, we can see that the suspect balls up his fist and swings to punch the dog. I'm sure he immediately realized that that was a very horrific decision for him to make. But here's something that's key. A lot of people think that the dog can differentiate between an officer and the suspect, and many times the dog cannot. So sticking your hands in there and trying to grab arms and stuff like that, I have seen officers inadvertently get bitten. So it's incredibly important for the officers to listen to the canine handler, and that the communication is key. An excellent opportunity is for patrol officers to reach out to canine and say, hey, on our training day, can we do a little work with you on an extraction? It is an excellent opportunity to make these things go really smooth. And as you can see here, suspect realized that fighting the dog is a no-win situation.
We can put him in line. Thank you for the fun. Thank you.
So you can see the probes from the taser dangling from the suspect. Those in most jurisdictions have to be photographed, removed, and a lot of places you have to impound those as well as evidence. So that's something that a lot of people don't realize, but those probes that are in the suspect, that's something that for the most part is handled as evidence, and it should be in most jurisdictions.
It's all good for you.
You got him, Roy?
I
Take him out. Huh? Yeah, you got him.
please.
What's going on, dude? What are you doing here? Stop moving.
I'm not moving, bro. He's holding me and you're holding me and moving me.
I'm trying to help you.
I get that.
What's going on, dude?
What, bro? I'm not.
Okay. I get you.
Okay, thank you. Are you still trying?
Because I'm trying to stop the.
But this is me.
Yeah. Shut the f up, man.
Alright. Sorry. You're right.
Come on. Morgan D102. Yeah. Actually, for Rodriguez. Missed the dog bite.
On these kinds of scenes where you have multiple units showing up to the scene, you may see someone who you haven't seen in a really long time, and it's like, hey, what's up, man? How are you doing? I'm not saying you shouldn't say what's up to your buddies, but I'm going to tell you some things that have happened to me specifically. I was on the scene of a very violent felony. One of my officers was talking to the victim. I end up seeing an officer I hadn't seen in a really long time. He comes up and we see each other. I'm like, hey, what's up? How are you? It's almost identical to that type of situation. And the lady saw that and she started yelling that we were making light of her situation. But I just want newer officers to understand that people will take something that you do that is definitely not meant to be offensive, and they take them sometimes offensively. To that point, I want to talk about the officer that told the guy to shut the F up. Does that help the situation in any way, shape, or form? There's an old adage that says what you create with your hands, you can destroy with your feet. The other officers at the scene being incredibly professional, providing medical attention and potentially exposing themselves to communicable diseases to help this guy out before the fire department gets there. So why do all those good things and then tell the guy to shut the F up, and then the news takes it and runs with it? And it's not me that's offended, and I'm not offended in any way, shape, or form. What I'm saying is, why not make your career as easy as it possibly can be? Doesn't move the ball forward, then why say it?
I'll get a chance. I'll go blue, hold on.
Yeah, anything on you should have? No. Sure. We'll find it.
It's my wallet, sir.
Hey, let's start him with a fresh flea on me or something.
It's really interesting. You see FD show up to these scenes all across the country. They're always in incredible shape. I don't know what it is. It's like the Arkansas guys. The FD, they always take care of themselves. It seems like they're always in shape. And there goes what it looks like is the impound of the probes.
There you go, bud. Yeah.
Nope, I think it's suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
So here we have the search of these vehicles, and these vehicle searches are a pain. It takes forever to go through them because you have to check every single thing, because who knows if a lot of that stuff that's inside of there is possibly stolen, or there's potentially narcotics or other things that could be elements of a crime that we're looking for. And you have to be meticulous and jot down every single thing that's inside of the vehicle and inside of the bags that are inside the vehicle.
Damn it. His use of control is going to be on me.
Who tased?
He did. Yeah, you have to do 2 use of controls on him. One for him hitting the guy, and then him for grabbing me.
Interesting that he says use of control. Most departments that I know call it use of force, and maybe it's transition because control sounds like a better word for the use of force, and I'm just guessing here. But it's interesting the transition of a lot of things that are occurring in policing. So, I mean, if you're in your department, they use that, then please chime in. I'd like to learn all this different new stuff. These things have to be investigated, and every department does it somewhat different about how you document when an officer uses force. Here they call it control, I believe. Some departments I've seen, even drawing a firearm is considered a use of force, and it all has to be documented, photographed, and obviously with body cam, you see what body cam is going to have to be impounded as well.
That's why I stopped and I got out.
Even though you got FHP was on your ass too.
What's that?
FHP?
What?
Florida Highway. Put your seatbelt on.
No, yeah. But what I'm saying is, if I want, I would have took off, you know, like how I did earlier. I wanted to, but I had decided I'm gonna try myself in already.
So many times after the canine is deployed and a person gets bitten, they have to go to the hospital to get stitched up. And by looking at this guy's arm, that could be likely where he's leaving is from the hospital. And those transitions from the hospital back to the police car can be potentially dangerous.
Well, I was going to rehab, but it was best for me to turn myself in. If not, I would have took off. Like I have the other times. It was a great time to, you know. Sometimes you gotta put the gloves up.
No, for real. Even the great ones do it.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting that in spite of all, they handcuffed him in the front, and sometimes that's because of injuries, but you see that his demeanor has completely changed, and he said that he's going to rehab. So this can be a very interesting conversation. It tells you a lot about why they did what they did, and it's helpful when you deal with someone going forward in your career. Listening to what people have to say when they're in the back of the patrol car is very, very edifying. When officers have that opportunity to just listen to what a person says, they'll tell you things that can absolutely help you in your investigations going forward in policing. All of that is information that you put inside your database.
Are you hot or cold back there?
Nah, I'm Gucci. I'm good. I'm alright. Hey, what was I gonna say? There's no way you guys could get my phone from my car?
This is already at the tow yard.
But it's crazy. Alright, so my wallet, did y'all got my wallet then?
Yeah, he got your wallet.
It's crazy because I was on the phone. But I guess I put it down or whatever, you know? Yeah, there's no way for y'all to be able to get it home.
Nah, bro.
It is what it is.
They'll give you
In my wallet, I got phone numbers on there that I need.
Yeah.
Basically, so I should be good from that until I see the judge or whatever. Cause to me it was more like when I get out, at least I'll have my phone or whatever. But I don't know how much time I'm gonna be there for it to be even able to. They'll at least let me get my property on my car though, right? You know.
Oh yeah. Since you're gonna have your ID or your license, it's gonna be registered to you.
It's your car. You need to go pick it up or.
Yeah, but the longer in there is the more it costs.
That's not the problem, yeah, bro. But you could call your.
I don't have nobody out here. That's the thing. To me, I'm already on the ground. I'm already have my hands out. Now you want me to sit and crawl and roll, whatever, you know. It happens. It's for you guys too, for your own safety and stuff, you know. It happens. Because you could me, or I did get tased, and attacked by the dog at the same time. The what? Oh yeah. You could just easily. Yeah, pretty much. It's for your own safety and my safety too. Because at the end of the day, you could probably be like, feel like I'm coming at you, and then you have, you know, and then I lose my life over something like that.
So here it's really interesting that he's talking about why he ended up getting up and walking towards the officers, and then he now gets it. And was it the canine that made him get it, that you don't do that? But he's saying that, yeah, I get it now.
I'm not mad about it. At the end of the day, I was going to turn myself in or go to rehab, but most likely what my brother wanted me to do was turn myself in, so I was going to turn myself in regardless, you know. I was on my way to rehab because my homeboy told me it's better for me to so I could go through like since I've been drinking, you know, so I don't have the withdrawals and stuff, so I could be in a better state of mind. At the end of the day, I had already talked to my brother earlier, and he told me to turn myself in, so it was already gonna happen regardless, you know. Everything happens for a reason. Hey, what was probable cause of why I got pulled over today? Huh?
Because you have a warrant.
So they ran my plates, and he was behind me, and he ran my plates, and alright.
So the guy is saying that he was concerned about going through withdrawals, and I told you in many of my videos that a lot of times people on opiates will run from the police because they don't want to go through getting dope sick, and that happens very frequently. But he had what he says is a warrant, and that's why he was going to turn himself in to the police. But he goes and starts drinking so he doesn't go through withdrawals and makes these horrific decisions. So understanding that in policing and understanding that people who can potentially end up going through withdrawals, this is a prime example of what the outcome will be.
Saturday night for you, bro.
Sucks, right?
Yeah, man.
It is what it is. I had to
So I don't know how he wants me to do it.
yeah, what'd he say? He said basically drop me off. There's nowhere to park. I was confused about that too. I was like, what?
Ya llegamos, mi compa.
Yep.
This part should be quick.
Huh?
This part should be quick.
Very professional. I mean, you see the officers when it's done, it's done. We're taking the guy to jail. We don't have to hold any animosity, that we're going to be professionals. And the interesting thing about this is that this guy had felony warrants and obviously running from the police and fleeing. The officer initially was so professional that went after him, knew to shut down the pursuit, decided to shut it down, and another shift got him. In policing, we have multiple shifts and multiple years to take a person into custody. That's something that we should take into consideration, which brings me to a point, and I'd like to shout out police professionals. In an email that I received that I really want to share with you, this isn't a sergeant that I reviewed his video and he decided to send me an email about my review and critique in the video. So I want you to listen to this. Sarge, first I'd like to thank you for your service and hope you're enjoying your retirement from policing. A couple of guys from my department sent me the link to your video, and it's his video. The video made its way around YouTube a couple of years ago after his second arrest, and I was surprised to see it pop up again as a react video. While not my best handling of a call, I agreed with your analysis and had the same thoughts after I did my own review of the footage a day or two after the incident. It's a good reminder that even after 20 plus years of policing, we all make mistakes and can learn from them. I had not come across your channel before, but I'm a subscriber now. Love to send you a patch and a coin in appreciation. That is a true police professional. We all have things that we can critique and do better. And I take my hat off to anyone who can take constructive criticism and realize they can build from it. So that's what this channel is about, the education and making the community and policing better. If you like this kind of content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the video that's on your screen for more content just like this.